Hi, this is Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson.
Hey, I'm Zane Gonzalez.
What's up, everybody? I'm Matt Leinart, 2004 Heisman Trophy winner.
Hi, I'm Matt Barry from ESPN. You're getting ready to watch one of the best college football podcasts ever. It's the Harris Highlight Show.
You're watching the Harris Highlight Show.
And you're watching the Harris Highlight Show.
And you listen to the Harris Highlight Show. Enjoy it.
How is it going, everyone? And welcome to the greatest college football trivia showdown in the history of mankind. I am your host for the evening, Blake Harris. Now, for those of you that are tuning in for the first time, welcome. I'm going to explain to you what's going to happen right now. Tonight is unlike any night that's ever happened in the history of mankind. We have gathered 3 contestants from all across the globe to compete in the biggest, the most epic, the most challenging college football trivia show of all time. So without further ado, let's introduce you to our contestants. Coming to us live from Tempe, Arizona is Josh Schaefer. Also coming to us live from Tempe, Arizona is Lyle Goldstein. And coming to us from Indianapolis, Indiana is Brady Klain. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining the show tonight. Really looking forward to it. Are you guys looking forward to some of the toughest and greatest trivia questions of college football history?
Boys, I've got my trusty notepad, my whiteboard marker that I'm going to use with the trusty notepad, and the trusty thing of them all, my traditional small blue Gatorade that I crack open for every show. So I'm ready, boys.
I mean, it is Cinco de Mayo, Josh, so I'm going to break tradition. I'm going to go with I'm going to turn the label so they can't see it, an adult beverage named after a virus going on right now. So just take the hint.
The Bud Light virus, yes.
Bud Light virus, take the hint. Cheers.
My teams have sayings of things like rock bottom for rocker, which kind of fit because I've come in last the last few times. So I'll probably just keep the trend going tonight.
All right, now, before we get things underway, boys, I'm going to explain the rules. We have about 30 or so trivia questions. Some are true and false, some are multiple choice, some are more in-depth ones. So most of the questions are worth only 1 point. Some are worth 2 points, some are worth 3. And then, of course, we have the final boss that I believe is a 10-part question that each correct answer you get is worth 3 points per correct answer. There are some lifelines along the way, but when we get to those questions, I will share the lifelines with you. So let's get this underway. Now, if you're watching live on YouTube right now, we want you to compete as well. So every question we ask, write your answer down in the live stream. Keep track of how many you get right. At the end of the show, we're going to ask you guys, the viewers, how many you got right, and whoever comes out on top. Now, be honest. Whoever comes out with the most correct points, well, you might even get a special prize. You'll definitely get a shout out, but you might even get a special prize. So boys, I'm going to be keeping track and score on here. I'm going to be keeping everything up to date. Are you guys ready to start the greatest, the ultimate college football trivia show? All right, I'll take that as a yes.
Yes.
Not everyone at once. Not everyone's. All right, everyone. Your first question.
Sound of that marker opening kills me
I didn't
every
even get
time.
it open. There we go. The first question, everyone. Who won the 2005 Heisman Trophy? You have 15 seconds. All right, your time is up. All right, everyone, on the count of 3, you're going to turn your answers and show me. 3, 2, 1. All right, we got Reggie Bush. Josh says, I think Reggie Bush as well. And Lyle says Reggie Bush or no one. Well, the correct answer is Reggie Bush because Reggie Bush did win the Heisman. So glad to know all
You're damn right he did.
Same page right there. I had to get you guys started with a question off the bat right away. All right, boys, moving on to not question 2. We have a bunch of true or false questions. I believe we have 8 true or false coming your way. Now, guys, this is going to be a phone because whoever gets the most true or false correct out of this gets an Ask the Audience lifeline to use later in the show. So later on, if you want to use a lifeline, you can ask the audience. If you don't know the answer, we'll turn to the audience. And if the audience has an overwhelming response, you can go with it, but they might also screw you. But if you get the most true or false right, you get an Ask the Audience. So I'm only going to give you guys 5 seconds for these true or false because it's true or false. So yes, Josh, question.
Do we have to write true and or false? I mean, just or false. It wouldn't be both. Or can we write T and F?
You can write T or F.
Or cierto o falso?
C.
Okay.
C. All right, boys, let's get this true or false underway. The first true or false question. And this all has to do with stuff that happened in college football in 2019. Jonathan Taylor led the nation in rushing yards this past season.
Indianapolis Colt running back Jonathan Taylor.
All right, let's see those. Lyle's correct. Jonathan Taylor didn't lead. Lyle, do you know who led the country in rushing yards?
Was it Chuba?
It was Chuba. Chuba led the country with 2,094 rushing yards. All right, guys. Lyle jumps out to the early lead. You guys might be in trouble. Next question, guys. Army led the country in rushing yards per game by a team. So that as a team, they led the country in rushing yards. All right, time's up. Let's see what we got. The answer is false. Navy led the country, 360 rushing yards. The top 3 guys, Army, Navy, and Air Force. I don't think any of us are surprised there.
Love to see that. That's awesome.
Support the troops.
Guys, next question. Brant Delpit won the Jim Thorpe Award this past season. All right, you guys have your answer ready to go? Let's see it. And you all each get a point. That is correct. He was the recipient of the Jim Thorpe Award. Next question, guys. Oregon, who I predicted was going to be in the playoff at the beginning of the season, they were ranked in the top 10 to begin the AP preseason poll. Now, Oregon, the first poll of the year, preseason poll, we're in the top 10. True or false? Let's see what you guys have to say. You guys can show me.
Oh.
And you guys are all correct. It is false. They were 11th to start.
Knew it.
Oregon was 11th to start the season. All right, guys. Lyle still has the lead. We have 4 more true and false to go. Speaking of the AP poll, guys, every team in the final AP poll had at least 9 wins. So the final AP poll of the season, every team in the top 25 had at least 9 wins. All right, let's see what we got. And you guys are all correct as well. Anyone want to take a guess as to who the one team was that didn't have 9 wins?
I want to guess it was USC, but I think the bowl game might have knocked them out.
Texas.
Oh, that's right.
8 wins, and they finished in the top 25. All right, guys.
8-5.
There you go. 3 more to go. Appalachian.
What bowl game was Texas in?
That's a good question. I think they were in the wasn't it the Alamo Bowl?
Was it the Alamo Bowl?
I think so.
I think it was. All right, guys. Appalachian State, they only had 1 loss in 2019, and it came against Georgia Southern. All right, let's see what we got, boys. And BK and Lyle get a point. The answer is true. It did come against Georgia Southern. All right, boys, we got 2 more true or false questions, and Lyle is still in the lead. Lyle might get a lifeline right out the gate to start. Going on to the Pac-12 now, only 3 teams. Now I'm gonna say this one twice because it might be a little confusing. There were only
thanks for the clarification, Blake.
There were only 3 teams in the Pac-12 this past season that had 4 or fewer wins for the entire year. Now this isn't conference. This is just the entire season over the course of the schedule. 3 teams had 4 or fewer losses. All right, guys, let's see what you got. And Lyle and Josh are both correct on this one. My, oh my, the answer is true. Arizona, UCLA, and Stanford, they all finished with 4 or fewer wins. Final question, guys. Final question. Now,
Lyle locked it up, I think.
Lyle locked it up already. So, I mean, we're going to do the question anyway, but Lyle's already locked it up. Every year, Alabama plays an FCS school near the end of their season. The team that they played in 2019 was the Citadel. All right, boys, let's see those answers. None of you got it right. The answer is false. It was Western Carolina.
It was a Citadel last year, huh?
I thought it was the Citadel too because it seems like that just happened, but it was
every year.
Western Carolina. So yeah, I'm looking right now. Everyone's in the chat having a good time. So I'm glad everyone's interacting. We got just under 100 people right now. So everyone that's watching, hope you're enjoying it. We got a lot of great trivia. So Lyle, you have officially won the true or false round. You have unlocked an Ask the Audience. So now you can use it up until the final boss. Once the final boss hits, you can't use it. So at any point, Lyle, if you don't know, you can ask the audience and I'll tell you what everyone's saying and you can go based off that. But Lyle, congratulations. Maybe this is the turning point for you.
Hey, Big L.
I have a question.
What's up?
Do those count for points or just the lifeline?
What's that?
Did the true or false section count to get points or was it just to get a lifeline?
It counted for points as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
give us a score update then, huh?
Right now, currently, for those of you that are keeping score, Lyle has 7 and Brady and Josh each have 5. All right, boys, but let's get this underway now moving forward. We're going to talk about some college football stadiums right now, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone loves college football stadiums.
Love them.
There are 7 stadiums
Hang on,
in the country that seat 100,000 people or more. Who are they? So list the 7. Whoever gets the most of the 7 gets 2 points. I'll give you guys 30 seconds on this one. 7 stadiums, 100,000 people. List as many as you can and you get 2 points.
Really?
Sorry, I was sending a text. All right, boys. Do we think we got them all? All right, ready to go?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, I think so.
All right, boys. Let's go one at a time and see them. Let's see. So we got Lyle with Big House, Kyle Field, Beaver Stadium, Coliseum. No, Coliseum doesn't even have what 20,000 would have had a year ago. So Lyle, let me see it again. So Lyle gets 3. All right, let's go to Josh right now. Michigan, Penn State, Tennessee. All right, so Josh, you actually get, what do we got here? I believe you get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, also, I totally messed up, guys. There's 8 total because there was a last second ad, but I don't think it would have made much of a difference anyway. But Josh, you actually got 7. You actually got 7. You were missing one right there. So Brady, if you got 7, Michigan, let's see, Bama. Oh, dog. Unfortunately, the Rose Bowl doesn't seat 100,000. It seats just less. Well, for a UCLA game, you would think it's maybe about 15,000. Josh, I'm just going to, because I forget the ones you have, but I'm going to read off the 8 that seat 100,000. Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, Texas A&M, Tennessee, LSU, Alabama, and Texas.
I forgot the 2 Texas schools.
So there you go. So Josh, congratulations. You get 2 points, and you are now tied with Lyle.
Do I get 1 point because I got 6?
No, it was just whoever gets the most gets 2 points. All right, boys, sticking on the topic of stadiums, what stadium in the Pac-12 holds the least amount of people? This is just worth 1 point. I'll give you guys 15 seconds. All right, boys, do we have an answer? All right, let's see them all at the same time. All right. Now, I don't have stadium names memorized. So Martin Stadium is home to who?
Wazoo.
All right. Josh and Lyle both get a point as well. The correct answer is Wazoo with 32,000. It holds 32,000. All right. Well done, guys. Well done. All right. So yeah, Josh and Lyle are still tied. Brady, you only got 5, but we have a lot of chances for you.
They're tied at what?
8.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to keep getting scores here, bud.
Updates, bud.
No worries.
Hey,
All right,
Josh, TNS.
Yep.
Moving on now to Nebraska football. So if we have any Nebraska football fans that are watching right now, these questions are for you. A sold-out Memorial Stadium is the blank largest city in the state of Nebraska.
Hey, you just froze for me. I didn't hear anything you said after Nebraska.
So a sold-out Memorial Stadium, when it's fully sold out, is the what largest city in Nebraska? You have 15 seconds.
Are we the stadium itself?
Yes, the amount of people in the stadium would make up the blank largest city. It could be the largest city in Nebraska, could be the second largest city, could be the 6th largest city. All right, guys, let's see those answers. Second, third. Josh and Lyle both get it right.
I knew it was second or third.
Can you guys tell me what the 2 biggest cities are?
Omaha and then Lincoln.
Bingo. Well done, boys. Well done. Sticking on the topic of Nebraska, we all know that they sell out almost every game, but they've sold out every game since what year? I'll give you guys a hint. It's before the year 2000. It may go way back a bit, but it ain't in the 2000s. I'll tell you that much. All right, boys, got the answers? All right, let's flip it. 1967, 1978, 1992. None of you guys got the right answer, but BK was the closest. Nebraska has sold out every game since 1962. Since 1962. I mean, I guess there's nothing else to do in Nebraska, so you might as well go to the football game, but they have sold out that many. I forget what the number is exactly.
It's like 500 something, isn't it?
It's
300. It's 362.
Oh, wow. I added like another 20 years.
All right, guys.
I remember that because I applied for a job in Nebraska and looked that stat up. Just didn't remember the year.
There you go. We got one final question in regards to Nebraska. Now, as you guys know, Nebraska has struggled, it seems like every year as of late. Their last winning season came in 2016. Who was Nebraska's starting quarterback in 2016? You have 15 seconds. All right. Do we have our answers, boys?
Oh, I got the wrong school.
It's a shot in the dark.
It's only been a Nebraska category for the last 3 questions.
We got a shot in the dark here, boys.
All right, boys. Let's see what we came up with. The last quarterback, we got Taylor Martinez, and Tommy Armstrong. There's a correct answer on this panel, guys. There's a correct answer. And it's Tommy Armstrong.
Let's go, baby.
No, it technically was Tommy Armstrong Jr. So
I get that right. Come on.
Tommy Armstrong. So Josh, you get a point. You now have what we got here. We got 10 for Josh. So it's 10 for Josh, 9 for Lyle, and only 5 for Brady. But Brady, there's still a lot of time.
A lot of time
to get these bonus questions and whatnot. But guys, that was our Nebraska category. It's time to move on now to some random questions.
I was thinking way too present of a quarterback for Nebraska.
The fun part is over the last few days, I've turned to Twitter, turned to YouTube, and asked our viewers to send in questions to ask. So our first question from a viewer comes in right now, and it's going to be another question for you to get a lifeline. Whoever gets this question right gets a 50-50 lifeline, meaning if you want to use it anytime in the future, you ask for it, and I'll give you 2 potential answers that it can be. So guys, whoever gets this right gets a 50-50 lifeline. If there's multiple people that get it right, well, I think I'll give it to both. Is that fair, guys?
What category was this? Random?
We got a random. All right. Or how about this? How about I'll ask the question, and whoever raises their hand first when they're done, if they're the one that gets it right, they get it. Because
why don't you just give it to both?
All right, fine.
Give it to both.
I'll be generous. All right, guys. This question comes from OnQ Sports on Twitter, and he says, Joe Burrow is the second quarterback to win a championship, win the Heisman, and be drafted #1 overall in the same season. Who was the first player to accomplish this feat? You have 15 seconds.
Heisman,
national championship, and #1 overall pick.
And drafted in the same year?
Yes, all within the same year. All right, boys, we got the answers. Let's see them. We got Cam Newton. We got a clean sweep, boys. Cam Newton in 2010. Now,
Good job, table.
I believe what I saw, Jameis Winston, I think, also accomplished this, but it wasn't the same year. He went the next year was when he was drafted, or it was like 2 years something. So Jameis Winston did, but in the same year, Joe Burrow and Cam Newton. Now, this would have been a great one if someone wanted to use and ask the audience because everyone's saying Cam. So congrats, guys. You all 3 have a lifeline now for 50-50. Also, I'm not writing down who has which lifeline, so if you guys can just be honest about which lifelines you guys have.
I just wrote mine down on a Post-it note.
There you go.
So it's 50-50?
So 50-50, so I'll give you 2 options. So Lyle, congrats. You have 2 lifelines, so congrats. The score right now is Josh 11, Lyle 10, and Brady 6. Back on the board, Brady. Back on the board.
Needed that one. That was bigly.
All right, guys. 3 teams in college football history have a winning percentage of .729. 3 teams have that winning percentage. Who are the 3 teams? Now, this one, you have to get all 3 right in order to get the point. 3 teams tied for the best winning percentage in college football history. Who are the 3 teams?
Are we talking college football altogether?
Altogether. 3 teams, winningest percentage. Not most wins, winningest percentage. All right.
Hang on. Give me 1 second.
And we've got to get all three on this one.
Got to get all three for it.
729 winning percentage.
All right. 3,
I know this isn't right.
2, 1. Let's see what we got. We got Michigan, Harvard, Oklahoma, USC, Notre Dame, and Alabama, Harvard, Yale, and Bama. Fortunately, guys, no one gets all three. We got Michigan as one. We got Ohio State as the other. And Boise State. Although Boise State hasn't been around as long as some of these other teams, Boise State. Now, guys, although no one got it, I do have a bonus point to offer out of those three who has the highest percentage. Now, they're all 729, but some of them are a little higher. So I'll give you 5 seconds to give me one of those three.
Not wasting a new piece of paper.
I should have done that.
All right, boys, let's see it.
Mine's right there in the corner.
So it's no one, guys. It's Ohio State. Now, do you guys want to know how close it is? According to the official records, Michigan has a winning percentage of 72.92%. Boise State has a winning percentage of 72.94%. And Ohio State has a winning percentage of 72.95%. So it was that close. All right, guys, this next question is another lifeline to be unlocked. It's another Ask the Audience. So for those of you that wanted to get another Ask the Audience, you guys can get it right now. So the question is, what team has the most losses in college football history? I'll give you guys a hint because I'm a great host. They're not a Pac-12 school. They're not a Big 12 school. And they're not an SEC school. What team has the most losses in college football history? Not a Pac-12, not a Big 12, not an SEC. If you get this right, you get to ask the audience later in the show.
And it still counts for a point too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Worth 1 point. 5 seconds. All right, you boys got an answer? Let's see them. We got Illinois, Duke, and Rutgers. Guys, no one got the correct answer. This one, I thought BK would have it locked up. Indiana has the most losses in FBS history with 684.
I almost put that and was going to say, sorry, BK, but here's a shot for you.
So was I, but then I just was, wanted to not give myself that misery and put Illinois instead.
So would you guys like me to extend this to the next question so someone else can get an Ask the Audience? So I feel like an Ask the Audience, that's just a fun lifeline because it gets the audience more involved. So we'll just ask the audience to the next one. This former West Virginia quarterback is still the only quarterback in college football history to start and win all 4 bowl games. West Virginia quarterback started and won all 4 of their bowl games. If you guys want to get former West Virginia fullback Ron Wolfley on the line, I think I can set that up. If you get
this show would go in a very different direction if that's what you decided to do.
You guys get
jingle.
If you guys get this right, you guys get to ask the audience. All right, do you guys have our answers yet? All right, let's see them. Geno Smith, and Pat White. Well, there is a correct answer on here, guys.
It had to be one of them.
That's true. It has to be one of them. It is Pat White. Pat White started and won all 4 of his bowl games. So, Brady, a point for you, and you get to
retire 5, baby. Retire 5.
You get to ask the audience later in the show if you get stumped on a question. All right, guys, moving on to the next one.
Real quick before we go into that, he was such a freak athlete. How he didn't survive beyond West Virginia is beyond me. Just needed to get that out there.
Right. So, Pat White, well done, Brady. Well done. Now, with the exception of Vanderbilt, who has never won 10 games in a season, the longest drought for 10 wins in a season in the SEC belongs to this team. You guys have 15 seconds.
No. I don't even have anything written down yet. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
SEC, 10 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Not
5
who?
seconds. 5,
Vanderbilt.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got, boys. Let's see what we got. We got Ole Miss. We got Kentucky and Kentucky. Josh, it's a shame you crossed that off.
2000 was so long ago. I almost. Oh man.
Tennessee. The last time Tennessee had 10 wins in a season was 2007. But since then, every team aside from Vanderbilt has won at least 10 games in a season.
I was gonna say, didn't Kentucky have 10 wins like fairly recently?
Yeah, like 2 years ago when Benny Snell was their running back.
God, man.
High bowl games. All right, guys.
So mad.
Hey,
What question number are we on, Blake?
that's a great question. I didn't number them. I'm just having so much fun. I can't keep up to date. All right,
So
boys.
what's the score?
The score is currently Josh with 11, Lyle with 10, and Brady with 7. And I believe Lyle has 2 lifelines, and Josh and Brady each have 1. Actually, no, Brady
has 2.
Well, all right. Next question, guys. Next question. The 1942 Rose Bowl was played at this ACC stadium due to fears of a Japanese attack on the West Coast. Now, you guys don't have to give me the name of the stadium. If you know the name of the stadium, great. You can just tell me the name of the team in the ACC. So 1942, the Rose Bowl was played at this ACC stadium because of fears over the Japanese. You have 10 seconds. All right, boys, let's see what we got here. Let's flip them. We got Florida State, and Miami. Unfortunately, no one gets the correct answer right there. It is, let me see if I can get this one right. It is Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home of the Duke Blue Devils. Now, fun fact for those of you that are watching right now, I actually visited Duke, and I actually got to be on the field at Wallace Wade Stadium. And, well, you know, the gates were open and no one told us that we were trespassing. The next thing we knew was the cops from Duke were chasing us, and my friend and I ended up in the middle of a forest while the chopper flew above looking for us because they take trespassing very seriously in Durham, North Carolina.
Hey, Blake, when you say you visited North Carolina, specify that you were not there to visit for academic reasons or athletic reasons at all.
As hard as to believe, I wasn't there to visit academically for Duke because I don't think Guys, I go to Arizona State. You think I was visiting Duke? No, I was visiting my buddy that goes to Duke along with some of my other friends, which fun fact about Duke, if you guys haven't, I think Lyle's been, they allow you to just play pickup basketball on their basketball court. You can just walk in and play basketball there.
Yeah, that's
at Cameron Indoor.
At Cameron.
So we did that. So yeah, so Duke. So no one gets the question right, but guys, moving on now to the next question.
Someone in the comments just said Blake is a criminal.
This next question comes from our good buddy, Andrew Coster. Now, as you guys can expect, this question is Clemson related. So guys, besides Deshaun Watson, only one Clemson quarterback has started an NFL game in the 21st century. Who's the other? 15 seconds. Hope you're watching, Andrew. Hopefully you can watch these guys struggle to get your question right. Now, when I did give the guys the hint last night in the doc, I did say Clemson quarterbacks in the NFL. So they did have kind of a little hint to get them going to hopefully get this question right.
What's his name? It's
I have 2. I'm so stuck between 2. In the 21st century.
It's what's his name?
I got it.
All right, boys, let's see what we got. We got Taj Boyd, we got Charlie Whitehurst, and we got Whitehurst Clipboard Jesus.
Clipboard Jesus, baby.
Taj Boyd was more recently drafted into the NFL, but Charlie Whitehurst got the start. He got the start. So 1 for Josh, 1 for Brady, none for Lyle. The score right now is Josh 12, Lyle with 10, and Brady with 8. So
that was such a gutsy answer too.
90% sure it was for the Colts. Also, by the way, look, I wrote Charlie Whitehurst, and on the bottom of the corner, I also wrote Taj Boyd.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Didn't he only play like 9 games total or something like that?
I don't.
He had one of the best careers of doing nothing.
Andrew Koster in all caps says, Lyle, how could you get that question wrong? Lyle,
Well, he's probably talking about because Whitehurst started in 2010 to help the Seahawks get into the playoffs, which was the game before the Beastquake. So yeah, that
he says,
Lyle.
Again, what kind of Seahawks fan are you?
Charlie Whitehurst also played games for the Colts when the whole Andrew Luck or the Peyton Manning season happened when he went out with the shoulder injury or the neck injury.
All right, boys. Moving on to the next question. Now, I believe Josh asked a question similar to this when he hosted one of the shows, and it's about Michigan and Ohio State. When was the last time Michigan won a game in Columbus? So not the last time Michigan won a game, which was Josh's question. When was the last time Michigan won a game in Columbus? You have 15 seconds. Five seconds, boys. It could have been 2010, 2008, 1960. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. Guys, let's see our answers for the last time Michigan won a game in Columbus. We got 2007, we got 2004, and we got 2000. One of you guys has the correct answer. Which one of you three is most confident in your answer? We all have different screens, so I don't know where you're pointing.
Oh, I was pointing at Josh. 04 seems right.
Are you confident in yours?
no.
It's got to be one of us because they're both even years, and I know that they play in Columbus in even years.
Lyle, you need to have confidence in yourself, man. Come on. It is 2000, the last time that Michigan won in Columbus.
That was a lucky guess.
Is it even years, Josh?
Well, they played in Columbus in 2018, which was the year they had like the black helmets. So
Which were sick.
Yeah, so I think that it's even years because this past year it was in Ann Arbor.
All right, guys. Now we have this next question. This is kind of a fun one. This comes from one MJ Maldonado, and as if you guys expect, it's an Oregon question. Now,
Stunning.
It's not necessarily in regard. It's a hit and miss. Justin Herbert, as you guys know, was a great quarterback, and he was also a brainiac. Now, there's well-known information about Justin Herbert being the president of a certain club. What club was Justin Herbert the president of? Brady seems like he already knows. He's already good to go.
I talked about this on my broadcast when I called the Oregon football game my freshman year.
Josh, you seem ready to go as well. Lyle, he looks like he's still writing. And Lyle's writing like a novel for us right now. All right, boys, let's see the answers. We got fishing club, and Jordan Love is better than Justin Herbert. So all three of you get a point on that one. Justin Herbert, president of the fishing club. And for those of you that have missed some of our previous shows, we did mock drafts. Lyle not only thought that Justin Herbert was a worse quarterback than Jordan Love, he had Justin Herbert going, I think, at pick 24 in his mock draft. So that's something that's going to follow Lyle the rest of his life, whether or not Jordan Love is better than Justin Herbert. So at least he stands by it. So props to him on that. But yeah, Justin Herbert, fishing club. Now, some of these are some good responses because we have people saying the chess club, the science club, robotic club, a club I definitely can't say on here right now.
Well, let's go read.
Yeah, there we go right there. So there we go. So yeah, fishing.
Oh God.
What a guy.
I see what you're talking about, Blake.
All right, guys. Now, this is a fun one. This comes from Football Glory 20. Now, when I asked you guys to look up 1899 college football history, well, hopefully you guys did. This team is considered the greatest team of all time. They scheduled 5 games over a 6-day period versus teams from the South. Texas A&M, Tulane, LSU, and Ole Miss. The first 4 games were on the road, then at home versus Ole Miss. All these wins came by shutouts too. Now, guys, while you guys think about who this team was from 1899, the winner of this question, if anyone gets it, gets a lifeline where I will give you 10 seconds to Google the answer on your phone. So it's a lifeline where in the future, I'll give you 10 seconds to Google.
I'm confident enough that I'm going to pull up Google on my phone and wait.
All right, boys, 5 seconds. Do we
Remember this now? I think I spelled it right. I think I got it right.
All right, boys, let's see what we got here. What team in 1899 pulled this off?
You.
Lyle's still writing.
Hide it.
Let's see, Lyle. Blue. That's a great guess, Lyle. That's a great guess, but it was not Blue Mountain State. Let's see those two, Josh and Brady.
I think I spelled it right or
Sewanee,
missed a letter or two.
That is correct. Sewanee. Now, do you guys know what the name of the team was?
It was
the
like
fighting Hancocks.
I thought it was like, God, I don't think this is right, but I'm thinking Raiders for some reason.
They were the Tigers. They were the Nonwe Tigers back in 1899. When you literally Google 1899 college football and click the first like wiki link, it literally only mentions that stat. So hey,
do we have another 1899 question or no?
Unfortunately, no. That's the only 1899 question.
Josh, we were talking about this before the show because we have a lot of time on the show right now. I had like two things written in my notes, and one was Sewanee, and one was that there were deemed two national champions that year. Yeah.
So basically, for backstory, what we've done for every show is we give vague descriptions of the categories for all of the shows, and Blake's vague description this year was 1899. So I mean, we can kind of figure out what maybe would be on the quiz, and I assume that was the only thing that was going to be there. So that was lucky on mine and Brady's parts.
But a major shout out to Football Glory 20 for asking that question. And the funny thing is, he literally gave us rankings of who he thought was going to get it right, and he was spot on because he said there's no way Lyle gets this one right. So you were right on that one, my man. Now in a few minutes, Brady, I think we're going to be having one of our viewers calling in to ask some questions as well. So in a few minutes, are we able to do that at 5:40?
Yeah, I just sent him the link, and our intern just brought in Lyle's guess, a great T-shirt here, their jersey shirt of the great Mr. Thad Castle.
Thad.
All right, boys, we got the next question right now. This one is a multiple choice one, so you guys have a chance. Now, don't forget, guys, you have lifelines that you can use. You guys have lifelines that you can use. So we got the next question right now. Now, Brady, I see that our viewer.
Yeah, he just jumped in. Give me a second. I'm going to put him on hold.
So put him on hold, and
Bye.
Also, so he does have 3 questions. So when he asks the questions, we'll try to have those ones kind of move through. But guys, the next question before we move on to that, here we go. Which team? Hang on.
Yeah, I'm texting Sean real quick.
Okay, well, I'll just read the question.
All right, go ahead. We're good. Sorry.
It's multiple choice. Which team currently holds the record for most bowl game appearances without winning one at 7? Ball State, Central Michigan, Florida Atlantic, Kent State, and North Texas. You got one of those 5 options. They've appeared in 7 bowl games, and they've never won any of them. I'll read them all one final time.
Read them again.
Ball State, Central Michigan, Florida Atlantic, Kent State, and North Texas. I'll give you guys only 5 more seconds because it is a multiple choice one. All right. Let's see them, boys. What do we got? We got North Texas, Florida Atlantic, and Ball State. One of you guys is right. One of you guys is correct. And it's Josh. Ball State has been in 7 bowl games, and they've never won. That is something you hate to see. So currently now Josh has 15 points, Lyle with 12, and Brady with 10. But guys, this is anyone's game because as we get deeper into the show, we got some quality questions coming up. Brady, bring in our surprise guest. He has 3 questions he'd like to ask you guys. So
I'll bring him in 1 second. I'm sending the link to our other guest. Sorry, I'm multitasking here.
Also, we've talked about this in previous shows, but if you would like to come on our Zoom call, ask us a question for trivia, DM me on Twitter at Blake H. Harris. That way we can set this up. So we have some of our buddies coming in. They want to ask these guys some questions. Now, Sean did ask me these questions, guys, and I want to let you know I got all 3 of them right. So.
Well, you're the best.
Am I the best, or are they just that easy? Brady, let's get Sean on board.
Give me one. Sorry about that. I'm trying to jump on multiple people here. Managed participants, take off hold. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring in Sean Slahy and turn his camera on. Hey, Sean.
Hey, hi, guys. Sean.
All right, everyone. This is our buddy and Lyle's roommate, Sean. He's come on to try to stump these guys. Now, Sean has 3 questions that he strongly thinks can stump the 3 guys. Now, Sean, I already told Brady I got these 3 right, so either I'm just great at this or they're just easy questions. So without further ado, let's hand it over to you and ask question number 1 to these guys.
All righty, let's get it going. Okay, question number 1. Name the 4 SEC teams that are neither in the state of Tennessee or border the state of Tennessee.
That are or are not?
Are not.
Ten seconds, boys. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what you guys got, and Sean will tell you if you guys are right or not.
I think he's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
A&M, Florida, Bama, and Auburn. Okay. That's Josh. Can we see? It's hard for me to see everybody else. So let's see if I can put everybody on. Anyway, I guess regardless, because I'm looking at this through my phone, the correct answers are Florida, LSU, South Carolina, and Texas A&M.
So no one.
Nobody got all 4 of those right. All right.
Dang, Flabbit.
It's not everyone knows their geography like yours truly.
Blake, did you give yourself 15 seconds to answer the question, or did you look at a map? That's what I thought.
I had to in my mind visually see where they were on the map.
Right.
Sean, you can back it up. All right, Sean, let's hear your second question.
Okay, this one goes into a little bit of a history category, so we'll see how everybody does. Several United States presidents have played college football. Who is the only one to win back-to-back national championships doing it as a center for the University of Michigan in 1932 and 1933? I'll give you the 4 choices. A, John F. Kennedy, B, Gerald Ford, C, Richard Nixon, or D, Ronald Reagan.
What was the third one? Kennedy, Ford, Reagan, and
Nixon.
I'll give you boys 5 more seconds since it was like a multiple choice one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Let's see what you guys got. So we got different answers, Sean.
Okay, so let's see. The correct answer is Gerald Ford.
All right.
You get that correct.
Started writing Ford.
We got one for Josh.
All righty. Fun fact, all 4 of the answers did play college football in the 1930s. Final question. There are 65 Power 5 programs. 64 of them have had at least one player finish in the top 10 in Heisman voting since the trophy was first awarded in 1935. Who is the only Power 5 program who has never had a player finish in the top 10 of Heisman Trophy voting? Here's your hint. It is in either the SEC or ACC. Those are the 2 conferences you have to choose a team from. And I would give them a little bit extra time.
what were the 2 conferences? I'm sorry.
The SEC and the ACC.
All right, boys, I'll give you a few more seconds. I think everyone's written theirs down.
Okay. Well, what do we have for the answers? I can't see anybody.
It's either one of 2 schools for me.
Okay.
Let's look, boys.
So the answer is Vanderbilt.
Oh, God.
Oh.
That was the other one was Wake Forest.
Wake Forest.
It was Wake Forest or Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Those were the 2 that I was going between.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
So that does it for those 3 questions. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Good job, Sean.
Sean, good questions. I went
Thanks,
0 for 3.
All right, boys. See you guys later.
I went 0 for 3.
See you, pal.
So he did ask some good questions, guys. The points did come in. Josh, you currently have 17. Lyle, you have 13. Brady, you still have 10. So
Who's leading?
Josh with 17, Lyle with 13, Brady with 10.
Oh boy. Oh
Again,
no.
guys, there is still plenty of game left. Let's move on back now to the next question. Here we go, guys. We've got to have some Arizona State stuff in here. We got to. In 2016, Arizona beat ASU 56-35 without completing a pass in the second half. How many passes did they complete all game? Now, guys, this is one where you can get a lifeline if you get it right. Whoever gets this one right, they get a lifeline later in the game where they can ask the other two participants to flip their answers, see what they have, and see if they want to go with their answer. So
I'm using a 50-50 lifeline on this one.
All right. So you use a 50-50 lifeline.
So I'll wait until they have their answers.
Wait until these two give their answers.
And you're looking for completed passes total?
Complete. So essentially, how many did they have?
Because they didn't in the second half.
They had none in the second half. So how many completed passes did Arizona have in the first half? Brady's going to use his 50-50. So Josh and Lyle, whenever you get yours ready. Also, Brady, your friend, I think Rogan just joined, so you might want to put him in the waiting room.
Let's put on hold. There we go.
All right, so.
This is not my answer. Sorry.
Okay, so Lyle, put yours up, but don't show me. Put yours up, but don't show me. Okay, Brady, you have a 50-50 lifeline. Your two choices are 3 and 5. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose one.
All right.
3 or 5. All right. All right, Lyle, Josh, what do you guys have? Brady, what do you have? 5, 8, 8. Unfortunately, no one gets it right. 3 completed passes in the first half by Arizona. But guys, this is another fun one I wanted to give you guys for our lifeline. So we're going to extend it down to the next question if you guys can get this. This next question comes from Brian Reynolds, and he wants to know.
Right, the actor?
No, Brian Reynolds.
Oh, I mean, all right, cool, Brian.
Pirate, like the Pittsburgh Pirate?
Brian Reynolds wants to know which current FBS team beat the Florida Gators in 2013 without completing a pass. So that's kind of going back to the last question. Now I'll be nice and give you guys a hint. This team plays in the Sun Belt. So which team in the Sun Belt, 2013, defeated the Florida Gators without completing a pass? I'll give you guys 15 seconds.
I couldn't name you a Sun Belt team if I tried.
Sun Belt.
I should have had Sun Belt teams as one of the categories. But
yeah.
Hey, come on. We can name a few Sun Belt teams. All right, whatever. All right, we got 5 seconds, boys.
I think these guys are in the Sun Belt.
5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Let's see what we got, everyone.
That's a good guess, Brady. That's a good guess.
We're still waiting for Lyle to come in. North Dakota State, unfortunately, is not in the Sun Belt.
Homie.
So not that one.
Dog.
We got Appalachian State and Georgia.
What?
One of you guys is correct. What do you guys think it is?
I feel like App State's a good guess, but I can't remember if they're in the Sun Belt or not. But I feel like I can picture this game.
Appalachian State is a great guess, Josh.
Oh!
It is not the correct answer because Georgia Southern
Yes!
Florida in 2013 without completing a pass. Although, guys, it's not really much of an upset because Florida was awful in 2013.
Yeah.
They won like 4 games, maybe 5 games, but they still beat them without completing the pass. So there you go. So, Brady, you get another one right there. So you get to now save it, and you can see their.
Is that the ask the other two?
So it's you see there are 2 answers.
So Brady has one of every lifeline right now.
I used a 50-50.
But Brady, the thing is, wait for them to like hold it up so they don't just try to sabotage you to not, give the answer. So when they both have, be like, okay, I'm going to use my lifeline. I want them to flip.
All right.
So Brady has that one right there. A lot of people are going off on Lyle right now for that North Dakota State one. Hey, at least he guessed. At least he put something down. All right, guys, next question. Moving on now to Alabama football.
Real quick, by the way, we got Rogan in the waiting room whenever we're ready for him. I'll let you decide when.
Let's bring Rogan in right now before we get to
bring him in.
Football. Let's bring in Brady's friend Rogan.
Have you seen his question, Blake?
No, but BK kind of told me about what it is.
Yeah, he's joining in right now. Let's see if we can get him to put his camera
on.
Rogan. There he is. Rogan. Really quick, before we ask, how do you feel about Coach Doug's leaving USC? Josh, you as well.
I'm heartbroken. I thought we were going to get one more year, but the usual unfinished business has come back to curse USC. So you know what? I think he's going to run the show down at T-Tech, and we'll just have to see and think about what could have been.
Yeah, I mean, at USC, he had a starting center that was better than a 44 overall, and apparently that's what his starting center is at Tech. So it's neither here nor there.
So, Rogan, before you ask your question, where are you calling in from?
I am calling in from beautiful Muncie, Indiana.
Home of the 7-time losing bowl game Ball State Cardinals.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a rich football tradition in this city. A very rich football tradition here.
All right, Rogan, let's I know what the question's about, but I don't know exactly what the question is, so I'm eager to see this. But ask your question away to these three guys, and we'll give them 30 seconds to answer.
All righty, boys. It is an honor. I've waited for this moment on the Harris Highlights show for so long. And, I would be wearing a Harris Highlights sweatshirt if I had one, but I guess it's not.
Buy it online.
Anyway, all right, boys. Here's the question. 24/7 Sports has a list of the top-ranked football recruits of all time. 5 recruits are tied for first place with a score of 1.0. Name 3 of them.
And how far back does this go? Just ever?
This goes to 24/7's database origination, would have been, I believe, in 1992.
Oof. I think I remember seeing this.
15 seconds, boys. 15 seconds. Well, so far, everyone in the comments is stumped on it. No one in the comments has an idea yet.
Ooh, I came up with a good one then. There we go. Well, when I got the invitation, I knew I had to get crafty.
This is tough, man.
All right, boys, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see those answers. All right. Ones.
I can't see Josh's. Josh, hold it up a little closer.
I have bad writing, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Don't we all?
Yeah, tell me about it. All right. I do not see a correct 3, but I see a couple names on there that are on the list. I don't see a correct 3 though across the board.
Oof.
That's tough. That was really tough.
3, Rogan.
All right. Well, the 5 acceptable answers would have been first, Jadeveon Clowney.
Yep.
Next, Robert Kimdichie.
Oh.
Rashawn Gary.
Wow.
Vince Young. It pains me to say that.
That's tough.
And Ernie Sims.
Ooh.
That's 4.
That's 5.
I believe it was 5.
He said there were 5 that were on the top.
Brady, you got to go back to see Mrs. Lawson, man. Come on. You got to work on accounting.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we had some people get a few of them right. I'm reading the comments, but no one got them all.
Clowney was the one that was across the board for all of us.
Clowney's the top. They have them all listed. Clowney was a 1.0 along with the other 4, but he is listed first.
Alphabetically, maybe?
No, not alphabetical. Not alphabetical.
So everyone gets stumped, and no one gets a point from Rogan's question. So
That's
well done,
question.
Rogan. You did a good job.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Also, people in the comments say they like your sweatshirt.
Appreciate that as well.
Thanks for joining, Rogan. Thanks for the great question, and thanks for supporting. And take care of our dearest Brady out there in Indiana.
I'll do my best. He's tough to control every now and then.
Oh, we know. We know.
I like your sweater too, Rogan.
Yeah, boys.
Later, my man. Also, Brady, someone said, I'm not shocked, but Brady doesn't even know how to count. So there you go.
Wow.
Let me guess who that was, and let's go find.
Coming in there for the. All right, guys, we're moving on now. But before we move on to Alabama football, let me just give you guys the latest score update. Josh is in the lead. He has 17. Lyle is in second with 13, and Brady has 10 points. But still a lot of time left. Remember, you guys have lifelines you can use. You don't want to save them to the final boss because you can't use them for the final boss. So use them if you got them.
How many more questions do we have?
Yeah.
We have about 10 more questions before we get to the final boss. So we'll kind of.
So, and the lifelines that we should have are, I have the Google and the 50. What does Brady have?
You got the Google question?
Yeah, that was the Ball State one.
Yeah.
I have the Ask the Audience and the Ask the Other two.
And Lyle has like 2 or 3, doesn't he?
2. Yeah.
All right, boys, let's move to Alabama football right now. Only 2 number 1 ranked teams have ever played in Tuscaloosa. Alabama is obviously one of them, but who is the other? Who is the other team that was ranked number 1 to play in Alabama?
Do you mean at Alabama?
Yes, they were ranked number 1 when they played at Alabama. I'll give you guys 10 to 15 more seconds. All right, boys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got here. We got LSU, Florida. No one got the answer right.
Florida was a good guess.
Mississippi State in 2014. Mississippi State in 2014 was ranked number 1 when they went in Tuscaloosa. I'm reading the comments right now. A lot of people, only a few got it right. Mississippi State in 2014.
They're the only ever team to visit Bama while being number 1 ever?
Yep.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous.
There you go. All right, boys, moving on to the next Alabama question. This one, it's pretty much like a true or false type. You only have 2 options. From 2008 to 2018, did Alabama have more national championships or home losses? National championships or home losses? I'll give you guys 10 seconds for this one.
From what years?
2008 to 2018. More natties or more home losses? I'll give you guys 5 more seconds. All right, boys, let's see our answers. 2008 to 2018, do they have more natties or more home losses? Well, someone did get it right. I will tell you guys that. They had more national championships than home losses. They had 5 national championships.
Dude, if you can see barely, I wrote 5 natties.
4. So
I scribbled it out.
So it was Josh and Lyle got it right, correct? Because you guys already put it down. All right, Josh and Lyle get it correct. All right, guys, sticking on this same topic, who were those 4 losses to at home during that stretch? Now, you don't have to give me the year. If you want to, by all means, go ahead. But who are the 4 teams Alabama has lost to at home since 2008? They've lost to 4 teams at home since 2008. I'll give you guys a few more seconds. 4 teams. 4 teams. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Let's see what we got, boys. All right, so we got LSU, State, Georgia, and Tennessee. Sorry, Brady, that is incorrect. Chattanooga. I like it. Chattanooga crossed off. Auburn, Mississippi State, LSU, Florida. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Lyle, let me see your 4.
Did you say incorrect?
I did, incorrect. All right, Lyle, we got LSU, we got Auburn, we got A&M and Ole Miss. Guys, Lyle's correct.
Really?
Got the 4 correct. They lost to Ole Miss in 2015. They lost to A&M, which was the Johnny football game in 2012. They lost to LSU in 2011, and they lost to Auburn in 2010. So for that one, Lyle gets 2 bonus points because he got all 4 of them correct. So just like that, all of a sudden now the lead is Josh with 18, Lyle with 16. Brady, you got 10, bud. You got 10, but still plenty of time. Moving on now to the next category, guys. Harvard-Yale. We talked about some good rivalries, but now we're going to talk about the Harvard-Yale rivalry. All right, guys, this one's kind of like a basic one. What was the first year these two met up?
Oh, God.
What was the first meeting between the two schools? Brady seems like he already knows it, I think, or he's just already upset. Give you guys 10 seconds.
2004.
The first time Harvard and Yale met. All right, guys, let's see those answers. We got 1875. While unfortunately football was not around in 1814, I don't even know if sports were around in 1814. Josh and Brady, you guys are correct. The first matchup between Harvard and Yale was in 1875. As a wise man named Short Round once said, "Here comes Brady." Here comes Brady. So that is 19 for Josh, 16 for Lyle, and 11 for Brady. Someone said 500 BC in the reply. That's a good one. All right, guys, next Harvard-Yale question. From 2001 through 2015, this team only lost 1 contest. So you got a 50-50 chance. From 2001 through 2015, this team only lost once. I'll give you guys 5 more seconds since it's a 50-50 shot. All right, boys.
From what year? What year was it?
2001 to 2015. This team only lost once. It's a 50-50 shot. All right, boys. Let's see what we got. We got Yale. We got Harvard and Harvard. One of you guys is right, and it's Lyle and Brady. Harvard lost 1 time from 2001 to 2015. I should have wrote down what year it was. I think it was somewhere like kind of like near the middle, something like that. All right, guys, we got one final Harvard-Yale question, and this one actually comes from Sports by JR. In 1968, Yale led Harvard 29-13 with 42 seconds remaining. Harvard came back to end the game in a 29-29 tie. What was the famous headline from that game? Harvard was trailing by 16 with 42 seconds to go. What was the famous line?
What?
I'll give you guys 5 more seconds. All right, boys, let's see what we got here. The Yale fail, all brains, Harvard wins. I'm going to give this one to Josh. He's technically right. The headline was Harvard beats Yale 29-29.
No.
But so Harvard beats Yale 29-29, but he did get Harvard wins. I mean, they ended in a tie, but Josh still put down Harvard wins. So he wasn't.
Josh is befuddled right now.
But I'll give him the technicality on that one. So
I gotta be honest. Now that he says the headline, I remember this actually.
It's the most famous thing from the Harvard-Yale rivalry.
Because it was a tie, but they said that they won because they came back with 42 seconds left.
Bingo.
Yeah.
The tie and then the protesters this year.
Yes, those were the 2 biggest moments.
Bingo right there. So moving on now to some AP poll history, guys. Now this one, guys, if you get this one right, you get yourself a lifeline. If you get this right, you get to phone a friend.
Oh, boy.
You get to phone whoever you want. You have 30 seconds from the time they pick up until you got to hang up. 30 seconds to phone a friend. AP poll time. This Big Ten team was #1 in the first ever AP poll in 1936. So they're currently in the Big Ten now. They were the first team to ever be ranked number 1 in the AP poll back in 1936. I'll give you guys 5 more
Josh,
seconds.
let me mute you real quick while you're drinking.
All right, boys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got here. The first team. We got Rutgers, Michigan. No, guys. Unfortunately, no one. The Minnesota Gophers, as they are known now, was the first team to ever be ranked number 1 in the AP poll. So since no one, you guys, whenever I have one for getting a lifeline, no one ever gets it. So we'll just push it back to this next one. Since 2000, only 2 teams have started the season as the number 1 team and have finished the season as the number 1 team. Who are they?
Bring me my money.
And you get a bonus point if you get the years right as well.
2 teams?
So 2 teams since 2000 started the season as number 1. Finish the season as number 1. Who are the 2 teams? Bonus point if you give me the year as well.
Both teams' years?
Mm-hmm. Gotta give me both years for the bonus point. I'll give you guys a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what you guys came up with. We got SC in 2004, 2005, Alabama 2013, SC, Bama, Alabama, Florida. All right, so Lyle, right off the bat, you got none of them, so I'm sorry, but that's okay. Josh and Brady, you guys both get USC and Bama, so that's correct right there. However, only one of you guys got the correct years.
I think it's Brady.
USC in 2004, we started the season number 1, into the season number 1. And Bama, 2017.
Damn.
Josh gets the extra bonus point right there.
So how many points do I get out of that question?
The phone a friend?
You get 2 points.
And the phone a friend?
And Josh gets the official phone a friend.
So I get 2 points out of that?
You get 2 points because you got.
And Brady gets 1?
I get 1 though, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Brady gets 1.
Wait, so what did Lyle put?
You put Bama in Florida.
Oh, we needed to get both
You
teams?
get both.
Okay.
So Josh now has 22 points. Lyle has 17. Brady has 13.
Dude, by the way, I've gone through almost an entire notebook just from this trivia.
All right, guys. This next question is worth 5 points.
And how many questions are left?
After this, we
Just making shit up now.
We have 6 questions, and then we have the warm up to the final boss and the final boss. So we have 8
There's a warm up to the final
There's a warm up to
boss.
the final boss. I want to get you guys ready for the final boss. So, guys, this next question is worth 5 points. So this can be a game changer. If Josh gets this right, he can extend his lead. Brady, Lyle, you guys can get right back in this if you get this. All right, guys, sticking on the topic of the AP poll. Since the year 2000, 10 teams have been ranked number 1 to begin the season. Whoever can tell me the most teams gets 5 points. So since the year 2000, 10 different teams have been ranked number 1 to start the season. Whoever can list off the most teams gets 5 points.
Since 2000.
Since 2000. So I'll give you guys some time on this to write down. 10 teams since the year 2000, number 1 to start the season. Also, Lyle, a bunch of people are saying in the comments, Lyle looks depressed. Lyle, are you okay? Lyle, go back to school. He looks depressed, man. Lyle looks depressed. Are you okay, Lyle? Here's some fun trivia, and our viewers think you look depressed.
It must just be my blank face. I don't know.
I mean, you're in second place. I'd be thrilled if I was in second place. All right, guys, I'll give you 15 more seconds. 10 teams.
Man.
10 teams since 2000.
Number one?
They were number 1 to start the season. 10 teams. Give you guys a few more. Unfortunately, Dog Days 27, it was not San Jose State as one of them, so I'll help you guys out.
Ah.
All right, guys, do we have our answers written down?
One, two, three, four, 6. Since what year?
2000, dog. I'll give you guys 5 more seconds. It's been over a minute.
I don't think this last team's right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm going to go with Josh first. Let's look at this. Everyone hold yours up, though, so no one's jotting anything down. All right, so Josh, we got Ohio State. That is correct. All right, so Josh, every time I say correct, just count those in your head how many you have, because I'm going to be going back and forth here. So Ohio State, that is correct. Bama, that is correct. USC, that is correct. Florida, that is correct. Texas, no. Florida State is correct. Clemson is correct. Is that Auburn? That is not correct. Oklahoma is correct. And LSU is not correct. All right, so I'll go to Brady now. You got Bama. Yep, that's good. USC. Yep. Oklahoma. Yep. Clemson. Yep. LSU. No. Mississippi State. No. And Florida State. Yes. So Josh has 7. Lyle, let me see yours. We got Bama. He doesn't even have that many listed down. So Josh with 7. Congratulations. You get 5 points from that.
So who else are we missing here? Is Michigan on there?
So I'll list off the teams right now. We got Alabama in 2010, 2013, 2016, 2017, 2018. Clemson in 2019. Ohio State in 2006, 2015. Florida State in 2014. USC in 04, 05, 07, and 2012. Oklahoma, 2003, 2011. Florida in 2001, 2009. Georgia, 2008. Miami in 2002. And Nebraska in 2000.
Oh.
So those are the ones that stumped. So Josh gets 5 points from that one right there. So guys, right now, 5, 10. Josh has a 27 to 17 to 13 lead. But there's still plenty of time to get more points, guys. There's still time to get more points. All right, guys, moving on to some records right now. College football records. This player owns the most career rushing yards in a single, well, not, I shouldn't say career, the most rushing yards in a single season in college football history, and has the most rushing touchdowns in a single season in college history. Who is the player?
In a season and
one season. So in one season, it's the same player, same season, most rushing yards in a single season of all time, and he also had the most rushing touchdowns in that season. Remember, you guys have lifelines you have to use because we only have like 5 questions left. So
saving them.
Well, I would hope so because again, you only have a few questions left.
It's okay. I'm just gonna pull a Lyle from the first one and get the lifeline on like the second question and then just not use it.
All right, guys. So does anyone want to use a lifeline for this, or do we got it? All right, let's flip them. One of them is the correct answer, and it is Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders did it back in 1988. He had 2,628 rushing yards and 37 rushing touchdowns. So another point for Josh on that one. All right, guys, sticking on the topic of rushing leaders, which player has the most rushing yards for their career in college football history? The most rushing yards in their career. Remember, you guys have lifelines you can use. You might want to use them because, again, after this, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 more questions.
I would like to use a lifeline here.
All right, so Josh wants to use the lifeline. Would you guys also like to use lifelines?
I would like to use my 50-50.
50-50.
Wait. Hang on. Let me go back and make sure I have a 50-50. I have a 50-50, the Google, and a phone a friend, but I'm going to use the 50-50.
All right, do you other boys want to use your stats there?
This one.
What'd you say, Lyle?
I'm good. I've got this one.
I think I got it.
All right, so will you guys hold up yours right now? Don't show me. Don't show me though. All right, Josh, I'm going to give you 2. Donnell Pumphrey as one, or Ron Dane as the other.
All right. So the reason I asked was because I narrowed it down to 2.
So this one is one that gets a bit tricky. So the other, a few years ago, when it happened, Donnell Pumphrey, they named him as kind of like the guy that took over for the new record. But still, in like the statistical history books, Ron Dane has the most rushing yards because if you include his bowl games, like they did with Donnell Pumphrey, he has the most rushing yards. But back then, they didn't include bowl stats when they were taking into account all that stuff. So Donnell Pumphrey, some record books consider that because they don't consider Ron Dane's bowl stats. But if you take into account his bowl rushing numbers, it is Ron Dane.
So
which one are you doing?
I'm going with Ron Dane because when you take him and Pumphrey and you add their bowl games as well, Ron Dane has the absolute.
Oh, so you mean now they count bowl games, but they didn't used to. So if you count bowl games in the past, then he still has more.
Yes.
Okay.
But they have this. It was a weird thing when Pumphrey got it that he was like still. I think it was non-bowl games. He has the most, but it was weird. But Ron Dane technically has the most. But yeah, sorry, that was kind of confusing. All right, guys. Next question.
And I got ridiculed for having a confusing question.
I know.
Blake's is a technicality question.
Yeah, technicality. Which player has the most rushing touchdowns in college football history? This one, there's no technicality needed. There's just a simple answer. Who has the most career rushing touchdowns in college football history?
And how many more questions do we have after this?
After this, we have
not including the final boss.
Not including the warm-up final boss or the final boss, we have 4 after this one. So including this, we have 5. You guys have lifelines. There's guys.
Can I trade my ask the audience for another 50-50?
Nope. You have to ask. Someone needs to ask the audience because I was thinking halfway through the game you guys would ask the audience to get them involved, but no one's doing it. So can someone ask the audience? We need something. Come on, use your lifeline.
I'll do it. That's fine.
All right, so Lyle's going to ask the audience. You guys got to put them up. Put them up. Josh, put yours up.
I didn't write anything down.
So write something down real quick. And then Lyle, we're going to turn and ask the audience in this one. So audience.
Ask the audience.
Ask the audience. So Lyle, I'm going to turn this to the audience right now. I'm going to read off some of the answers they're saying. We got Herschel Walker. Keenan Reynolds. We got Ricky Williams. We got, let's see, we got Iron Neville. We got one that
I wonder where that one came from.
S Gold.
So those are the only 3 I've seen so far, Lyle. So we got Keenan Reynolds, Herschel Walker, and I don't remember the other one I said. So those are what people have been saying. All right, Lyle, what are you going to go with?
Neville.
He goes with Keenan Reynolds. VK goes with Keenan Reynolds. Josh, what's your answer?
Dude, I'm going out on a limb and I'm going back to Barry.
Unfortunately, it's not Barry. It is Keenan Reynolds.
Is it actually?
He has 88 career rushing touchdowns. So that's 1 for Lyle, 1 for Brady. Josh, you still have 28. Lyle has 18. Brady has 14. Moving on to the next.
If I just get 15, if I get a 50% on this, I'm happy.
Moving on to the next question, guys. Next question. Which player has the most passing yards in college football history? The most passing yards in college football history. Does anyone want to use a lifeline? Anyone want to use a lifeline? I'm pretty sure you guys got some you want to use. Or you can save it.
And wait, so there's 4 questions left now?
4 questions left.
Before the warm-up.
Before the warm-up.
Man, I think I know it. It's not worth it.
You can't use it on the warm-up.
You can or can't?
You can't.
Okay.
All right, guys. So is anyone going to use a lifeline? All right, let's see those answers then, boys. We got Case Keenum. We got Radon Randall.
Radon Randall.
Is that a Blue Mountain State?
He's Thad Castle's teammate.
Oh, okay. Brady and Josh are both correct. It is Case Keenum who has the all-time record with 19,217 passing yards. That's another.
I mean, he was at that school for like 11 years, so it had to be Case Keenum.
Next question, guys.
I have 2 pages of notebook paper left.
Well, make it count.
I have another notebook here.
Sticking on the topic, who has the most passing touchdowns in college football history? Who has the most passing touchdowns? We just did passing yards, but who has the most passing touchdowns? You guys can use a lifeline if you want. I'm sure the audience wants to be asked. Or you can phone a friend. You can phone a friend if you want. You can get 50-50. I think there's you get 10 seconds to Google. So does anyone want to use a lifeline?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my Google. So
get your phone out, and I'm gonna say go, and I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to Google it.
Okay.
Brady and Lyle, hold yours up though, so that way you can't, whatever, or don't show Josh, and then Lyle, make sure you flip it, All right, Josh, do you have your?
Wait, in a season or a career?
Career.
Okay.
All right. So when I say go, Google it. I'll give you 10 seconds. Ready, set, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Were you able to find something?
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's flip those answers. We got Case Keenum. We got Case Keenum, Matt Leinart. It was trying to be a trick question. It is still Case Keenum who has the most passing touchdowns. So that's 1 for Brady, another one for Josh, who now has 1, 2, 3, 4. Josh has 30, Brady has 16, and Lyle has 18.
So I'm glad I used it for this because I almost put Kellen Moore. Oof, my goof. I almost put Kellen Moore. So right when I crossed this out for the next answer, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to feel bad about crossing this out. But sure enough, now I feel bad for wasting.
All right, boys, we got 2 more questions before the warm-up to the final boss. Sticking on records, which player has the most career receptions and also has the most receptions in a single season in college football history? So this player has the most receptions of all time, and they also have the most receptions in a single season. Would anyone like to use a lifeline?
How many questions do we have left?
After this one, 1.
All right, I'll use my Ask the Audience question for this one
right,
because I want to interact with the audience even though I know the answer.
All right, so Josh and Lyle, get yours and hide it.
I'm going to use my phone a friend.
You're going to phone a friend. Okay, so phone a friend. Get you.
You know what? No, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Who has the most receptions of all time and who also has the most receptions in a single season? All right, I'm going to read some of these to you right now, Brady. We got Michael Crabtree, Randy Moss.
Oh.
We have Zay Jones, Justin Blackmon, Julio Jones. Sam Darnold's not one of them.
Darn.
More Justin Blackmon, more Jerry Rice, more Zay Jones, more
Corey
Randy
Davis.
Moss. So the most we've had so far is Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, and Zay Jones. Those are the 3. And someone just said Corey Davis and Justin Blackmon as well.
Did you make Lyle hold up his card and make sure he's not writing down, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I haven't done that yet.
All right, boys, let's flip those boards. We got Des Bryant, we got Rice, Jerry Rice, and Zay Jones. The correct answer is Zay Jones from East Carolina. So
he's on the Raiders now. I looked that up earlier.
That one could have been a tricky one because a lot of people in the audience were split, but Brady does get that one. So we have one final question, guys. So, I mean, if you have a lifeline, now's your chance to use it. Which player has the most receiving yards in college football history over the course of their career?
So I guess I'm phoning a friend.
All right, Josh is going to phone a friend. All right.
So do I have to call them?
Yeah. So these 2 got to write theirs down in the next 5 seconds. They're going to hold. Well,
5 seconds?
All right, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Most receiving yards in college football history. Josh,
receiving yards.
Do I have to call them or can I get them?
You can get them if you want. You don't have to call them.
Can you get them?
So, Josh, if you want, you can go get them. I'll give you each 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold them up, but don't show them. Hold them up, but don't show them. All right.
The big Jordan K.
Big Jordan K in here. All right. So I'm going to give 30 seconds. Jordan, he's used a phone a friend on you. You have 30 seconds. I'm going to give you the question. When I'm done reading the question, you have 30 seconds to give Josh the correct answer.
I'm going to mute my mic while we discuss.
Okay. Are you guys ready? All right, Jordan, the question is, which player has the most receiving yards for their career in college football history? The countdown starts now.
Burt Reynolds.
We're going yards, right?
Oh, yes.
Blake, I got to say the beard's looking really good.
Oh, thank you. Some people in the comment section are hating on it, but hey, if you can't grow a great beard, I'd hate on it too. See, now I have two things where I said I'm going to shave when sports come back, but MJ also said it needs to be shaved when I get home. So it's quite the predicament I'm in.
Hey, by the way, don't slander auto racing. Slander NASCAR, that's fine.
Do I listen to the girlfriend and shave when she asks me to? Or do I stand my ground and shave whenever sports come back? Now, you do have to remember, it's my job to make her happy. And by having a beard like this, I'm not making her happy. So do I be a good boyfriend or do I stick to my ground?
How much time do we have left on this question, by the way?
Okay, yeah. Sorry, there's the time's up, guys. Time's up. Do you guys have an answer?
Lyle, how you doing, bud? How you doing?
Final answer?
Waiting to put up my card.
All right, boys.
Don't think this is right.
Everyone put yours up.
Show it.
Corey Davis is the correct answer.
Let's go.
Davis,
wow.
He was a beast when he was at Western Michigan. 5,278 yards. So Josh and Brady each.
Big J, Jordan K.
I didn't contribute to that one bit. I told him it was wrong. So
He did tell me it was wrong.
good use of a lifeline, Josh.
Thanks, pal.
Jordan, who'd you say it was, Jordan?
I didn't have an answer. I
It's
couldn't
now
think of it.
officially time, boys,
That was
for
tough.
the
Blake
warm
doesn't
up
think he just starts
to
talking.
the final boss.
All right. See you later, pal.
The warm up.
How much space do I need for this? Because I have like a little bit here and
Once have about half a page.
We need
All right,
half a
guys.
page.
This is the warm up to the final boss. Warm up to the final boss. It's going to be a 10-part question, and every one you get right is worth 2 points. So this is
the warm up is worth this much.
the warm up. So each one you get right is worth 2 points. So it could be a big one. All right, guys, the warm up to the final boss. Name the first defensive player drafted from every NFL draft going back to 2011. Every one you get right is worth 2 points. Now, however, I am going to give you guys a hint. So when you guys are completely done writing all of yours down, you're going to ask me each for 1 year, and I will tell you guys the school that player went to. So write down however many you can.
So there are 10 from
there's
2010
10.
to 2019.
2011. No, 2011, so that means includes
Oh, yeah.
2020. So you get a free one, essentially, since it includes 2020. So there's 10 going back to 2011. Write as many as you can down. And then before you show me, ask me for 1 year, and I'll give you the school that player went to, so that if that's able to help you add to it. Going back to 2011, first defensive player taken in the NFL draft. Going back to 2011. Each one you get correct is worth 2 points. Each one you get correct is worth 2 points. When you're done writing, I'll give you a hint on 1 year about the school they went to. The first defensive player taken each NFL draft since 2011. I'll give you guys 10 more seconds.
Is that 1, 2?
All right. All right, boys, let's put them up, and you can each ask me for 1 year you'd like me to give you the hint for. So I'm going to start with Lyle. Lyle, what year would you like a hint on?
2018.
2018. Ohio State. Brady, what year would you like?
Let's give me 13.
Oregon. Josh, what year would you like help with?
Oh man, I will take 2014.
2014. South Carolina.
That doesn't help me whatsoever. Thank you.
I'll give you guys 10 more seconds to write down.
Wait.
Oh,
What's that, Lyle?
Never mind.
Okay.
I'm disappointed.
yeah, Josh.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, guys. I'm very disappointed. What was Lyle's?
Yes. Oh, that was my knee. 28.
What year did you ask about?
I asked 13.
All right, boys. Let's get those up. We'll go one at a time.
I have
here.
a guess on one of these. I have no
All right.
idea.
So let's one at a time. Flip them. Show me what you got. Josh, let me see what you got here. All right. So we got Chase Young, and again, Josh.
Count.
However I tell you. All right. So
You said we weren't doing
no more right.
2020.
No more
Yes,
right.
you did.
I'm just crossing one out because I know I got it wrong.
I thought you said we weren't doing 2020.
That was big dumb.
Okay, so we got Chase Young. That is correct. We got Jadeveon Clowney. That is correct. Bradley Chubb, unfortunately, not Bradley Chubb. Myles Garrett. That one is correct. What does that say under it?
Gary.
Gary? No, it wasn't Rashawn Gary. Is that supposed to be Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah.
Wasn't Jalen Ramsey. Aaron Donald, no. DeForest Buckner, no. And then Joey Bosa, yes.
I messed up big
I thought we're
time.
not doing 2020. I thought it was through.
No,
20.
we are. I said you get a free one because it's 2020.
Oh.
Oh, well then cool. Awesome. I wrote.
You got 4?
You want me to go?
All right, so
I got
Josh
4.
got 4. Let me give him 8 real quick.
I wrote Jeff Okuda. Just big time wrong.
Okay, I gave Josh 8. Let's see yours, Brady.
Dude, that Oregon hint was huge.
All right, so again, count them down for me.
Hang on, let me put some tallies down.
All right,
Go
so we got Nick Bosa. That is correct. Denzel Ward. That is correct.
Oh damn.
Myles Garrett. That is correct. Jadeveon Clowney. That is correct. Joey Bosa. That's also correct. Josh, you only put down 1 Bosa, but there were 2 Bosas. That were the first one.
And that doesn't count for each?
No, you only get 1 because it was only 1.
What?
You had to put 2. You had to put 2. Dante Fowler. That is correct. Deion Jordan. That is correct.
Big help on that one. That was huge.
And then we got Von Miller. So Brady got 9 right for 18 points there.
Whew.
9 right for 18 points. Hold on, Brady. Let me tally this for you. All right, Lyle, let's see what we got. All right, do the same thing, Lyle. So we got Von Miller. That's 1. Chase Young. That's 2. Jadeveon Clowney.
Did you count Chase Young for me, by the way?
I did.
Okay, good.
You didn't get 1. So we got Von Miller, yes. Chase Young, yes. Jadeveon Clowney, yes. Joey Bosa, yes. Myles Garrett, yes. Nick Bosa, yes. And Denzel Ward, yes. So Lyle, how many is that?
7.
So it's 7. So Lyle gets 14 off that one right there. So one second.
Someone in the comments, Brady got all those right, but didn't get Chase Young. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't get Chase Young. But hey.
Wait a minute. So Chase Young counts as an extra point even if you don't put them down? Put him down?
Blake gave it to us.
Wait, no, oh no, I thought you had Chase Young.
No, I thought you said it was a free point.
Well, no, it was a free point by me saying it goes to 2020. If you didn't put Chase Young, you don't get the 2 points.
I put Jeff Okuda. I was dumb. Like I said, it was big dumb of me.
Okay, so it's not Chase Young.
So I get 16 instead of 18.
So I'll take 2 off from Brady. There was one that no one had, and it was Morris Claiborne. All right, guys. So we got the final boss coming right now. That was a long one. That was a long one right now. Okay. Let me count this up right now. Sorry, I'm just like reading the comments right now. Before we do this, guys, that was a lot. I told you it was anyone's game near the end. So Josh.
Yeah, a 10-plus point lead just evaporated in one question. That's pretty wild.
Josh has 39. Josh has 39 points. Brady has. Also, you guys can remember how many points you have. That'd be great because these are some wild numbers. Brady has 34 points. And Lyle has. Actually, I'm going to write this down so that way I just have.
You have the big whiteboard, so why not?
Brady, I just said yours, right? Okay. Lyle
34.
Lyle has 32 points.
Do we trust Blake to not have to use a calculator?
I don't know.
Boy, I'm doing the tally like this style.
Oh.
So we're chilling. All right, so Josh, 39. Brady, 34. Lyle, 32. It is officially anyone's game, which brings us, guys, to the final boss. It is time now for the final boss. Moving on to the final boss now, guys. It's kind of similar to what Josh asked us weeks ago. Now, a few weeks back during our trivia, Josh asked us to name every Heisman winner since 2010. Guys, I want you to tell me every Heisman runner-up since 2010. Every correct answer is worth 3 points. So every correct answer is worth 3 points. Every Heisman runner-up since 2010.
You're ridiculous.
I know I am.
You're out of your mind. I don't know if I can give you one.
Every Heisman runner-up since 2010.
And do you have to have the whole thing right?
No, it's just everyone you get right is worth 3 points.
Holy.
So everyone you get right is worth 3 points. It's anyone's game. It is anyone's game. Every Heisman runner-up since 2010.
Didn't he? Oh, man.
I'll give you guys about. How are we doing, boys? How much time do you think we need left?
2, 3. I got 4 that I know are wrong.
I only got 6.
All right, boys. I'll give you 15 more seconds. I'll give you 15 more seconds. The Heisman runner-up.
You're killing me with this, Blake.
The Heisman runner-up every year since 2010. Each correct answer is worth 3 points. Josh has 39. Brady has 34. Lyle has 32. All right. You boys got them all written down?
I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 6 written down.
All right, boys. Josh, you got them all written down? Lyle, you got them all written down? We're still going.
Still going.
We can keep going. I'll keep thinking.
My marker is running out. 1, 2.
This is a great use of a notebook because I'm writing on the back. I'm writing on the final piece of cardboard on this notebook. So
we're looking for 11 people here then, right?
2011 through 2019, or 2010 through 2019, so not 11.
Oh, through 2019 then.
2019, we're not going to count 20?
It's 2020 now, Einstein.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's so 2010.
That makes sense.
2010 through 2019.
Oh, man.
Heisman runner-up. All right, boys. We've had well over a minute. Did the best we all could. Let's hold those notebooks up.
Are you doing one at a time? Or what are we doing?
We'll do them one at a time. I want everyone to hold them up. No more writing. I'll hold it up.
Like,
all right.
Good use of a notebook. I wrote it on this cardboard. Look at that.
Since Lyle is in last place, we are going to start with him. So Lyle, let me see what we got. And again, Lyle, every time I say you're right, just jot that down how many you've gotten right. So we got Jalen Hurts. That is correct. Deshaun Watson. That is correct. Saquon, no. Haskins, no. Manti, that is correct.
Oh, good guess.
Jameis, no. Jameis is incorrect. McCaffrey, that is correct. So, Lyle, how many did you get right? keep
4.
going.
He got 4 right.
Check it off. I'm gonna check it off as I go along.
Okay, Lyle. So Lyle, you got 4 right.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know, Josh. He got 4 right.
Yes, he got Jalen. Was Deshaun correct?
Yes.
He got Deshaun. He got Jalen. He got Manti, and he got who was your last one?
Well,
McCaffrey.
Josh.
That's 4.
Josh, thank you for counting how many Lyle got.
And these are these worth 3 as well?
So there were 3 each. So Lyle, he gets 12, which pushes him to a total of 44 points. So Lyle, you are currently in the lead with 44 points. Congratulations. We'll see if it lasts. Brady, you were in second with 34.
I'm checking it off. I'm just checking it off.
Okay. All right. So Jalen Hurts, yes, that is correct. Christian McCaffrey, yes, that is correct. Marcus Mariota, no, that is incorrect. Andrew Luck, yes, that is correct. We got Tua. That is correct. Bryce Love is correct. Johnny Manziel is not correct. And
Jabril Peppers.
Jabril Peppers, that is not correct. So Brady, how many did you get right?
5.
You got 5 right. So that puts him 15 points. That puts Brady at a total of 49, which unfortunately knocks Lyle out of contention. So Josh, in order to win the final boss, you would have need to have gotten more, or you need to have gotten 4 correct answers. 4 correct answers seals it in for you. So we got Bryce Love, that is correct. Christian McCaffrey, that is correct. Trevor Lawrence, that is incorrect. Toby Gerhardt, that is incorrect. Manti Te'o, that is correct. That is correct. Andrew Luck, that is correct. Jameis Winston, that is incorrect. Dalvin Cook, that is incorrect. Jonathan Taylor, that is incorrect. Amari Cooper, that is incorrect. Josh, how many did you get right?
I got 4.
You got 4 right. Well, Josh, that gives you a total of 12 points, which puts you at a total of 51, and you edge out Brady by 2. You edge out Brady by 2.
Towards the end there, I was going for finalists.
The final score, guys, is Josh with 51, Brady with 49, and Lyle with 44. So Lyle, he didn't win yet again. I think he's now 0 for 4 officially. Josh comes out on top. Brady comes in at second, just there at the end. It's a shame you guys didn't use your lifelines when you given the chance. Brady, that might have helped you out because I think you had a few lifelines you still could have used. Same with Lyle, and I think same with Josh. But, guys, the correct answers, the Heisman runner-ups, Jalen Hurts in 2019, Tua Tagovailoa in 2018, Bryce Love in 2017, Deshaun Watson, 2016, Christian McCaffrey, 2015, Melvin Gordon, 2014, A.J. McCarron in 2013.
That is just absurd.
So is his girlfriend.
Manti Te'o in 2012, Andrew Luck in 2011, and Andrew Luck in 2010. Andrew Luck finished twice. He finished runner-up twice.
I was going to say you're going to give me twice as many points, but Josh got Luck as well, so it wouldn't matter.
So there you have it, boys. Josh, it was an insane night of trivia. We had a whole lot, a lot of guests, a lot of lifelines, a lot of people interacting. We have 100 people that are listening right now. What are your thoughts? Give a speech. You are the official ultimate college football trivia showdown champion.
Well, guys, it's been fun. There were a lot of questions that I knew coming into this. There were a couple that were tough. The Corey Day, a lot. I took several educated guesses along the way. There were a lot of questions that I knew, and man, the two of them getting that defensive player question right really made this thing interesting. So I was really sweating there at the end. So hats off to you guys for tough competition.
So we're going to turn this now, because I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we want you guys to interact with us. We want us to, get you guys to play along with the trivia. So hopefully you guys kept score. You guys wrote down everyone you got right. You did the ones with all the different bonus points and everything. So right now in the comments, write down, if you're keeping score, how many you got right. Be honest. Now, we know that Josh set the bar pretty high, so if anyone got like 60 points, it might be kind of tough to believe, but hey, if you're being honest. So right now, if you're watching, I think there's maybe like a 30, 45-second delay. I'm not exactly sure, so we'll wait for him to come in. Tell us how many you guys got right. But yeah, while we wait for that, guys, that was a fun time. We had 100 people in here consistently, which nearly essentially double what we normally do. And a lot of people weren't enjoying it. A lot of people struggled with some of these questions that, you guys couldn't get. A lot of people couldn't get some of them. So overall, what were your thoughts on how I did with the trivia?
I've got to say that sorry, I just jumped in as Josh was getting ready to speak, but your accumulation of different subjects was, how do we say, all over the place.
Completely all over the place.
I know. I kind of based it off, though, just what people sent in. I was like someone sent in the Harvard-Yale thing, and I was like, let's just try to make a category out of this. There were a few other ones as well, but I was able to find that. So, guys, we're turning to our questions right now. Let's start here. The first one comes from Mary Jo Maldonado. She said, well, she got the one that she asked right. So at least she's on the board. That's great. Well done, MJ. Cajun Chris got 0. Hey, it happens. It happens.
Did he even play?
He might not have played, so that's the thing.
That's
CMG3 has no idea. Common Cop has 28. Sam Parker says, I think I got somewhere between 38 to 41. This thing just loaded again. Evan Carlbon, 34. O'Dare Jr., I think I got 2. Troy and Jay, somewhere between 30 and 38. Cameron Bishop, somewhere in the 30s. Miles Johnson, more than Lyle. Eli Larson, I wasn't keeping track. Red Bronco, 1529 Elkins, said they got 49. So someone nearly beat Josh on that one.
I had 49.
So there you go. So he tied with Brady. Between 30, 34. Someone said they joined late. Sam Parker, 36 to 39. Someone got 32. Blake's Bombers got 41. So yeah, we had a bunch of people that came close. A lot of people. Football the Boss got 7. Jake said just got here.
Hey, welcome in, Jake.
Sorry, Jake. You got one right here. MC Mets got 32.
Let's go Mets.
People are all over the place. People are all over the place.
What was the ASU question again?
I don't know. Oh, it was the passing completions one.
Wait, I don't remember what that was.
Remember from the U of A game?
Oh, right.
It was 3.
Funny
enough,
the comments are going nuts right now. They want to hear you talk, as you have not said a word the entire time. So everyone wants to know, after coming in last place, what is going through Lyle's mind right now?
Rock bottom for Rocker.
And he's already muted himself. So
he's tanking for Trevor.
So short round said Lyle just showed up. So there you go. I guess Chattanooga on every question ended up with 300 points. That's pretty insane. That's a good one right there. So for those of you that wanted to hear from Lyle, you got it right there. You got your words from the man, the myth, the legend himself. But guys, that does wrap up this edition of College Football Ultimate Trivia. This was a lot of fun. Thank you to everyone that tuned in, that listened, and interacted with us, given their answers and whatnot. It was a whole lot of fun. I wish you guys would have used all the lifelines. We held off on the lifelines too long.
I used all of mine.
I had one left, and it was the Ask the Other 2. I really liked your lifelines, all the different ones you could do.
I did too. I spent like 30 minutes trying to come up with them. Like, I like the one where it was try to flip the 2, because that would be a fun one, because then you can like sabotage the person if you have a lead, something like that. So I'm bummed you guys didn't use the lifelines, but maybe moving forward, when we do these in the future, we can talk about some of these lifelines and have them back moving forward. So guys, that wraps up. Any final thoughts before we head off for the week?
It's been fun. It's been fun. I think we could even do these moving forward if we still have other stuff to talk about in the show, but then like shorten it to one topic so we have like the shorter quizzes that we can get through.
And again, we want to have fans interact. So again, if you would like to join in on the Zoom call, Brady can run it and you kind of just go mute. And then whenever it's your turn, you'll come in. DM me on Twitter at Blake H. Harris if you're interested in the future, because we can have a show where it's just trivia questions from our fans, where it's all four of us are in on the trivia that we got to go. So again, if you're interested, DM me on Twitter at Blake H. Harris. A lot of people in the comments right now are talking about, and sorry, I got a Slack notification. A lot of people are talking about how they can ask us questions or get in on the Zoom call in the near future. So
or DM the show.
Or on the show. So if you have any interest in that, DM me on Twitter at Blake H. Harris. But yeah, guys, a lot of fun. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. And
are we doing another trivia next week with Josh? What's going on here?
And we might be. I'm moving back home to Los Angeles for good this week. So this is the final time you'll see this setup for me before I go back into my backyard, because that's where I got the best Wi-Fi. So if all of you guys are down to do trivia, we can do that as well. People are already saying, let me have like a test to get in for Lyle, because he's constantly getting last place. People want to come in and try to take Lyle's spot. So if you think you have what it takes to take Lyle's spot, DM me on Twitter as well. I'll send you a list of questions. If you can get them all right, then you might have to take Lyle's spot, because we need some competition here, boys. All three of us have won, and Lyle still remains winless. So get some competition on board. But follow us on Twitter at the HHShow_. That way you can keep up to date with us as to what's going on with the show, what the plans are, what we're going to talk about. We ask a lot of questions. We ask for a lot of interaction. So if you have a Twitter account and you're not already, make sure you go follow it. It's at the HHShow_. It's a must follow for the show. But yeah, most likely we'll see you guys next week. If not, we'll see you guys very soon. For Lyle Goldstein, Josh Schaefer, Brady Klein, this has been Blake Harris. Thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying the show. And we will see you all very soon.
51.